Hey there, welcome to another series of things I wish I knew. How has it been? It has been an amazing journey for me on this Things I Wish I Knew series conversation because I've heard feedbacks and I've seen a lot from everyone, regarding how most people have similar experience, similar things I wish they knew. And, it's exciting to hear how people found their way around it. And I'm happy to hear that. So, on today's series, I'll be sharing what someone sent. So, here she says, I wish I knew how to start my NGO stuff and go forward. That is my greatest challenge. I feel like I will fail. I'm in the process of me resigning, but I fear that if I resign my job, I may fail woefully. One mind keep telling me not to take a step that I will fail. But I have the skills, but applying them in my passion is my problem. There are a lot of things I wish I knew before starting my own organization. And there are a lot of things, if you're intending or you've identified that you have passion to make impact, you have passion to solve any of the social problem, you have passion to contribute in providing solution in any of the SDG goals, right? You have passion. Remember, I'm emphasizing on passion. One of the things I wish I knew earlier was realizing that passion alone will not, it's not the only fuel. I don't know how to say it, but passion alone will not make you succeed in starting your organization. Because I've got to realize that it takes just beyond passion. It's good to have the passion, it will sustain you. One thing passion will do for you is that it will sustain you. It will give you that drive from the inside. It will make you to be consistently innovative and trying to keep pushing despite the setbacks that come. Because when the weight is becoming heavy, like you need resources, you need how to move from this point to another, you need to, a whole lot of things that need to be in place. When you start getting choked, when you start, struggling to grow, right? That your passion will not make you shut your eyes against thinking of how to provide solution in the midst of that problem for someone else, right? Yeah. So one of the things I will let you know, this is for someone who intends to start an NGO, like my sister shared, who reached out. One of the things you should know, because that is the same things, or those are the same things I wish I knew before starting an organization, before running an NGO, is I wish I knew that number one, passion alone is not what is actually going to make you grow. Yes, you might have the passion. Yes, you might have the ideas. Yes, you might have the solutions. Yes, you might have all of those things, the drive, the spirit, the love, the humanity, everything to, put the solution out there. But it takes just beyond passion, right? It's just realizing, first of all, that passion alone is not enough. But first, it's also relevant in running an NGO. Two, I wish I knew that. I wish I really knew about the name creation of your NGO, right? For me, my own mistake was starting out back then, you know, I knew my vision clearly. I knew what I wanted to do at the cost of creating a name. I did not know that even naming an organization, you're naming, you need to know if you want it to be a foundation, an initiative, you know, or anything, right? But I knew in naming, I never knew that there are also criteria in naming your organization. So I wish I knew about the criteria in naming your organization. I just realized that. And that's one thing I wish I knew. So you need to also factor in knowing how to name your organization. Most people that have even named the organization by their name and expecting to get the growth that comes with the NGO space and all of those things when you already run, when you're naming is already showing like a foundation, like a personal, uh, um, um, humanitarian or philanthropist way of giving out. It doesn't show like the structural way of how the NGO should run, right? So most times in our naming we get it wrong. So for me, I wish I knew about naming. I've seen people even still make the same mistakes. They name their organizations after their name. They call it like the ADEC Foundation. That alone sounds like Obama Foundation, and from that name, it has a different, yeah, he has a different goal, has a different expectations and all of those things. Just like when you're registering your business and you're registering it as limited, there's a difference. So you need to know what exactly you want before you even think of registering a name. So I wish I knew how to name. So I'm sure I'm speaking to that person that asked the question. You should also now know how to go about naming that organization. I also wish I knew about the policies that is required to have in running or starting an organization, an NGO, right? So there are expected policies an NGO should have. I wish I knew about the policies that should be in place. I wish I knew about the structure. How should the organization be structured? I wish I knew about that. I wish I knew how to even also structure operations. That support the growth of the organization, that supports the impact, that supports everything that happens within and outside the organization. So I wish I knew this better. So I'm also telling this to the person that asked this question, things you wish you knew, before starting an organization. These are some of the basic things you should know. So it's different from you should also wish to know about how to even design your project in a way that it doesn't end up being just an activity or just doing different activities, not necessarily designing a program that is aimed at actually solving that problem. Most times, most programs that I see people with design, they are just programs that, you know, just the surface, just scratching the surface, but not really like solving the main root cause of that problem. Yeah, so I wish I knew about um, different thematic roles, operations very early enough, to enable maze structure. So there is a whole lot. There's a whole lot of things I wish people who want to start an NGO know before they jump into saying, I want to have an organization, I want to start an NGO. I see people even like join you to work for a while and like, oh, I want to start an NGO. And I'm like, I wish I was told earlier. I should have stayed back to learn very well before embarking on the journey. But nevertheless, I learned on the road. So these are some of the things I wish before I started or before running an organization. Structure is key. You need to know all of these basics before starting. If we don't know all of these things and you jump into starting an organization or registering an organization, you might end up making mistakes that maybe I made, many people are making, many people have made, but along the line, the length, and we're able to correct it, like what I did as well. I've been able to correct some of the things I wish I knew, so I believe if this was you, if this is one thing you wish you knew before starting your organization, now you have known that it takes all of these basics before starting organization. Why not reach out, or why not find a way to learn before starting? And if you've started, it doesn't matter how long that you've started. If you analyze yourself and see that you're not growing, or something is happening somewhere, then you need to reach out, or you need to find a way to learn structurally, or to learn all that it takes to start. Or we need to do it right. While we're making impact, we need to also do it right, or else if we don't put things in place, we will just be doing activity, just be doing passion, and we will not be a successful NGO. Thank you so much, and I come your way again. The next series of things I wish I knew. What is that thing you wish you knew? Let me know in the comment section, or let me know in my DMs, and I will come and respond or share with them. And if you have more answers to this topic, please drop the hint in the comment section so it can guide 1,001 people on how to start up or how to run their NGO. Have a great day.